Welcome to Toby's Real Life Skills with Toby. I'm Toby, and today we're going to bake a couple of those little friends, which are Laugenbrötchen from Germany. A really good recipe I found. Obviously I found and it didn't invent, but let's go ahead and start with it. For the dough we'll use the all-purpose flour. It's, I'm sorry about that, but it's Patrick. Put also the imperial numbers in the description as well, so no worries about calculation, version, stuff like that. Let's start with the flour. We need 480 grams. Do that here in this Thermomix. Sorry for being so slow. Reset to 0. We need 25 grams of rye flour. 275 grams water. 10 grams of salt, 1 gram of yeast, 20 grams of margarine or butter. What we'll do next is mixing the dough. I needed about 2.5 minutes. Great. After 2.5 minutes, the dough looks like this. What we now need to do is just put the dough in a bowl, just like that. Wash your hands, towel, we'll let it sit for the next 8 hours, and in 8 hours we will knead the dough again. I'll show you how that works. In German it's called Falten, and we'll let you know how it works. I have a little sunburn, as you can see. Biking today. Happens from time to time in California, I heard. Do the kneading real quick, so it's pretty simple. Taking it from 4 sides. And that's about it. Let it sit for another 8 hours. Repeat, and you will see the dough will rise in size as well. So here we can see the dough after 8 hours. Doubled in size, at least doubled. And we need to fold it in on all 4 sides. So 1 side, 2, 3, and 4. Pretty simple. And 4, we'll just loosen it first a little bit to make life easier. Just fold it in, 1 side, 2nd side, 3rd side, and 4. That's it. Now I'll let it sit another 8 hours and repeat the process again. So, da sind wir wieder. Knappe 24 Stunden später. So, we're back. Great. Almost 24 hours later. Yeah, that's what the dough looks like. Great. It's growing size a lot. I had to fold it a couple times. What you're going to do is now we will try to make between 8 and 10 of those little rolls, depending on how many you want to have, also depending how big you want to have them at the end. That's not sticky, and I add, and depending on the size I want to have at the end, how it should look like. Form it like this and put it on the towel in this case. And no worries about the little crust outside. So the purpose now is having them laying out for between 20 and 40 minutes. You want to have them here just resting on the air. See, I like to have variety. Not too much sticky, but try to make it. My wife likes it a little bit more like Laugenstangen, like those longer ones. When they're baked, let them cool off, and then you can put them in the freezer, and whenever you want to have them, take them out, each portion at a time, and heat it up in your oven. Because it's just laying 30 minutes here, they won't grow in size a lot. It's just that they get air, that the moisture on the top dries up a little bit more, and then we'll dip them into the so-called Lauge. That's it, that's how they look like. Now we'll cover them and let them rest for 30 minutes. In the meantime, we turn on the oven. So now we waited about 30 minutes. Now I'm preparing Here's a liter of water, it's about 4 cups. We have a normal pot, it's not made of wood or plastic, it's a purpose because we will now use a mixture of water and food grade sodium hydroxide to put the rolls in it for just 6 to 8 seconds at maximum, and then we'll put them on to the left side here on the tray, which I prepared already with baking sheet. I'm purposely using just metal as much as possible, and also just those paper baking sheets, non-silicons or anything, just to make sure, because this mixture can also just have something stain or something on wood or whatever. So yeah, let's continue. It's important that we pour in the water first before we add the sodium hydroxide. That's what it looks like. It's 40-45 grams. So I'll put it in here now, and we have to make sure that it dissolves completely in the water. So I'll use one of those just to stir, and then we see it's a milky look, so it's not transparent anymore. So we have to wait a little bit, just a couple seconds up to a minute, that it's super clear again, like water. In the meantime, on the right side, I have the rolls. So I prepared everything kind of in process, that I can start from the right, moving over, putting it in the liquid, and then put over here on this side where they will just sit and wait for me to put them in the oven. Here you can already see that it's getting more clear, it's not as milky anymore. What's very important as well, as you can see, I'm wearing latex gloves, and I'm also wearing some transparent goggles, just out of security, safety first here in this case. I do not want to get any the liquid in my eyes. So you're wondering, how can that be healthy at all? Good question. I purposely bought a food grade sodium hydroxide. So that is very important. You have to show you buy the correct one. It's also in the description below. So I'm taking one of those little rolls, putting it in, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking it out. Make sure that it's not sticking to this. So the next one is following. What you've done in the meantime, the oven is preheated to 450 degrees, and there's a tray in there which is also heating up to the same temperature. I got also this little knife, salt, which I want to put on, and you might know it when you had some Laugenbrötchen in the past, that this is something which is typical for those little friends. So it can be a really deep cut, as you will see. It will be a nice cut later visible. You want to have a little space in between all of them. You will see those 3 here. Those in the back, they will stick together, pretty sure, because they expand in size. So make sure you have enough space. Now we'll put on some salt on all of them. Put as much on as you want to, but make sure it's this more coarse salt, not this very fine one. What are we doing now? We're getting out the very, very hot tray from the oven, the preheated one. Now, it's important to immediately spray them with water. This gives them a more classy look. It's a little softer, that's what I like. That's how they look like. Done. That's it. That's how you bake your German Laugenbrötchen. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, to leave some comments or whatever. And see you next time. Tschüss.